We got us team 1 going to be a boom on his Shadow Priest, but this time he's going to go last. On his team, we got ourselves Zelka with 2 Arcane Mages, Sparticle as well as Seavark, and we got Serike as a Fire Mage. The Arcane Mages and Fire Mages feel like a different enough where you guys won't mind multiple mages. We got ourselves Infamous as a Windwalker. We got ourselves Ferna going up as an Unholy DK. With in the back, we got ourselves Demoniac spinning around with a Vinci in the back, as well as Monkey Flip. With Ferna going up first versus Spart, starting off strong with a bunch of pets. Abomination joining the fight, going to be ult time available for Spart. I do wonder if he's going and playing for that 30-second ult time, which could be insane damage reduction because of all the actually healing. Shields available for Spart, does go for a Nova. Ferna getting that double grip with the Abomination limb. But looks like Spart is going to be able to get away with just a couple dots still stuck to him. Ferna didn't take the most amount of damage, but a majority of his burst is gone with our Abomination limb. 2 minutes until that comes back, and that was a full army of the dead. Spart surviving that quite handily does give him a little bit of that advantage. It looks like he's going to turn his attention onto the pet, getting a dot onto Ferna. With the... what is that talent called nowadays? I don't see a lot of Arcane Mages run anymore. Nether something. Spart trying to go. It looks like Spart is playing the 30-second ult time. Has plenty of damage to Ferna. Can actually just take a lot of damage to the face. He'll always be able to ult time back to where he was. Big Arcane missiles flying. Ferna taking massive damage from the setup. Very huge damage. Is going to have to go for Death Pact. Maybe too early. Needs himself some heals. Probably should have went for Death Pact first and Lichborn after the Necrotis is gone. Does have the AMS to survive this, but not a lot of self-heals available. Spart does get himself invis for a second Ferna. Not a lot really left to do against Spart, as Spart does have the slows. And again, alter time is back up. He's just going to alter all the damage he's going to take. Anti-magic zone is not enough, and Spart takes him out. Monkey Flip up next as a Monk. Going up with Alexiu. Spart does not have alter time for this one. Is going to have to ice block. No shields available. And it looks like he didn't have the normal blink out of this either. As Monkey Flip goes. Lots of spins here, dude. Lots of spins. A lot of my guildies started using this. There's a Warlock that does the Drain Soul playstyle as Affliction, and he always spins whenever he does that as part of his rotation. It's just hilarious. All the time available Spart. Touching the magic should be big damage. If Spart can maximize the damage inside of it. Monkey Flip going in for massive Fist of Fury. Spart not worried at all. All the hell, he's just going to gain it back in all the time. Looks like maybe I had to alter time a little bit earlier. Monkey Flip taking big damage. Karma coming out right after as Spart gets the images rolling. Needs himself the shields back up pretty quickly here. Is going to try to go for a polymorph onto Monkey. Trinket out of the leg sweep. The Monk landing quite a bit of damage. Zoan doing quite a lot too, as the Monk does pop defenses with the diffuse magic, dealing with Spart's magic damage. All Arcane. Going for that Sippy Cup from the Kyrian boy. If he can get out of combat, he might be able to put that thing on cooldown. It is a 5-minute cooldown. Yes, I do have a twin chat. Spart got himself some shields available with an invis. It looks like his owl friend also goes invisible as well. And that's going to be a bit of a reset for the both of them. Spart does have still plenty of ways to deal with it. Temporal available, all the time available, though Ice Block is gone, so maybe for Monkey Flip this could be good. Does land a poly onto Monkey Flip. Is going to go for the big touch of the magic. Could be massive damage as Rune of Power does get to join the fight. Big damage right now. Spart does go for all the time into a temporal right after. Going to be even more defenses available for him. Big health recovery as Monkey Flip flipping over to Spart in cap as he needs to go for a little bit of a reset himself. Spart, as long as he has a way out of every leg sweep, he should be okay. Shields are up. Does have himself the missiles. Monkey Flip does disappear, though, behind the pillar. And Spart without the Shimmer is not going to go chasing. Instead, he's going for instant cast. I'm not really sure what the purpose is for instant cast. I remember back in BFA, you actually wanted to instant cast as much as possible because you gain health. I don't think that's a thing anymore. Spart again with an alter time. Monkey Flip basically needs to go in knowing that there's going to be on alter time and kind of commit the rest of the damage after alter time. Spart doesn't get the most recovery out of that one, but the shield still holds strong. Is going to get an polymorph with him. Explosion onto Monkey Flip. I'm surprised he didn't break the poly. And Spart trying to pop back into that invis. He's more just kind of waiting out the Monkey Flip at this point. It's going to be really, I think, up to the Monk to line up these big cooldowns and try to see if he can make something work. Trying to lock Spart down. I think he's trying to see if he can bait a blink. Could be a big leg sweep right now, but the alter time stops him in place for a second. Big missiles coming out. Spart still has plenty of self-heals available. Touch of Death actually survives Touch of Death into a Karma, though. Oh my goodness. Survived the Touch of Death there. Do you see that with the shields? He used the shields while low, and the shields absorbed a lot of the damage. No, but Touch of Death is you got her. Seawork up next, playing the Night Fae this time as an Arcane Mage instead of the Kyrian, so this will be really interesting. I think the Night Fae do definitely have some sort of advantage in some regard for Arcane Mages. Not optimal, but they're really not bad. Poly onto Monkey Flip as he goes in for a second Sippy Cup. And Seawork trying to make some big blasted damage happen. Big instant cast on a Monkey Flip. No karma available. Does he have the biggest setup? Does the touch of the magic connect? It does! And Seawork takes him out right after him. You know, smart soften him up. From one monk into the next, though, we're going into Infam. Also playing that Kyrian monk setup. Oh, the leather armor actually looks cool without the helm. That leather armor actually looks really cool. Polymorph out in the open for Seawork, trying to go for a re-poly in case those Tricket daggers, the Tricket touch of the magic still connects, and Seawork might be able to make some damage happen, going for as many instant casts. How is himself doing? Does get himself the temporal to get back a little bit of healing. Arcane power available, but Infam does bail out as soon as he sees that powerful cooldown coming out of Seawork with Arcane power. Goes in for a little bit of recovery. I wonder if Seawork, yep, sitting down for food. Force Infam out from behind the pillar. And as long as Infam doesn't reset the port, which looks like he might have before he went out. Zuen available. Does he have anything to combine here? Seawork does have the extra abilities in the Night Phase, so that's basically an extra blink for him. But the in-cap does stop him in place. Not the best position for Infam right now. Seawork does have a good line inside of him. Infam doesn't really have anywhere to go unless he turns around right now. The constant slows are making it harder for him. Looking like he wants to commit with a karma. He feels pretty bold, knowing that he has a karma to work against Seawork. Try to see if he can catch some line of sight, but still not in a good position. Seawork has the angles here. Very, very easy angles, especially he can... I guess unless you hide like this. But you're still kind of out in the open. Infam still just doesn't have a lot of line of sight. Needs to run to the pillar if he wants to make that port. Unless he's looking for that karma. The slows coming in from images are going to put him in a bad spot. This could be really bad. Karma does attach. Seawork could eyes block it. He chooses not to. That's going to be Steven with a dono, my man. That's Seawork. Got himself out to time. Big missiles rain down onto Infam. The image is still slamming him with frostbolts. Big damage. Slit through karma. Verifies coming out. Does he get the heals? That's going to be an interrupt from Seawork. Needs just a little bit more globals in cap as Infam is super low in health. Lexi, but the Seawork trinkets out of it. Did have to trinket in order to finish off the monk, and eventually walking up next. Gonna get clipped out by that AoE into a Nova. Can we get a hashtag Steven in chat showing our appreciation for the wonderful donation? Thank you so much. That's 20 bones. Yo, boys, hashtag Steven for the wonderful, generous, beautiful donation. Seawork blinking away from the kidney shot off. Eventually going for a cheap shot right after. Seawork got himself all the time in case health goes bad at all. And then eventually taking a bit of damage. Cloak shot is available, but looks like might have to vanish out. Catch himself a bit of a reset. Man, that's a... Lots of damage out of Seawork. Eventually went in with a go. No Shadow Blades that round. And Seawork going for the eyes immediately. Picking them up ASAP. As eventually still skulking and stealth. Skulking around. Let's see if he's able to come back from this. And this is an Arcane Mage. They can blink out of your stuns. So locking him down is going to be kind of difficult. I don't know if you even want to lock him down. Let's see if we're going for the other eyes. Eventually might be able to take advantage here. Maybe land a sap onto Seawork. Does sap him. No trinket available for Seawork. Does have the eyes back if necessary. Cheap shot. Going to be immediate trinket for Seawork though. Blinks out of it actually. As eventually trying to make some damage happen all the time. Blinks Seawork pretty close. Got himself the Maldraxxus Covenant into a smoke bomber after. Polymorph coming out into eventually either way. And Seawork trying to see if he might be able to re-poly a trinket. Touch of magic, gonna be a trinket interrupt for Vinci into a shift in power. Gonna take a little bit of damage from the shift in power. Cheap shotting it. Let's see where it goes for Invis. The DRs and cheap shots should be quite major at this point. Touch of the magic after Seawork should be able to get quite a bit of damage. No interrupt available for Vinci for a few seconds. Seawork got instant cast. No way out of this unless Vinci goes in for a blind right now. Does go for a blind. Maybe gonna catch a reset. Shadow Step into Demoniac. Probably could have just outran it anyway. And went for a bit of a reset himself. Oh, Arcane Orb though, clipping him out in the open. Slow down. There's just nothing you can do with those Novas. You're just out in the open. Not a lot left. Missiles from super far. Can't even Shadow Step to him. And it's going to be over. As Seawork takes him out. Seawork's camera angle is a little bit weird though, because he blinked off a mount. But when you do that, it breaks. Demonic up next. Oh, dodging the shield. Dodging the shield. Awesome. And Necrolord. Rogue. Oh, with a tongue too. I like when you channel it, the tongue kind of just wiggles. Kind of weird looking. Seawork still continuing to get slammed with those stones. That's how we'll blink for that one. But still lots of damage. Demonic just blasting through him right now. Does aim him out of Invis. And there goes the spikes. The spikes are going to be there perma unless the Iceblood comes out, and there it goes. Demonic doesn't really want to get out of stealth. Building up common points for free right now. He just built up some freebie common points. Nova probably going to get him down though. Blood on the Seavark right after this. Trinkets to follow. As Seavark does get hit with a bleed. And Demonic just needs a little bit more damage. We are at that 54% dampening. Seavark's shields are just not going to hold as much. Demonic does have a reset with a cloak if he needs to. And he knows that Seavark is probably going to get an Altar Time in there. Altar Time getting canceled. The Seavark is going to bail out. You can, as a mage, cancel Altar Time to juke someone out. Chapter power coming in for Seavark. Should be able to get the shields back faster. Demonic final landing the kitten shot. Has an eviscerate. Does he have any dances? Looks like no dance available for this man. Smoke bomb to car himself for now. Seavark looks like he is going to walk in there with an invis. Images are available. And into a temporal. Should be able to temporal some of this damage at 54% dampening. Not much you can really do. Altar Time is available. I see drop slow. Into missiles right after as a spike hits Seavark. Could be anyone's game. Demonic is kind of low. Seavark picks up some shields. Demonic needs a kill right now, otherwise it's over. And I think Seavark might just have him actually. Yeah, I think he has him. Yo, Seavark came in, dude. This rogues ain't stopping the boy himself. Biggie damage for him. Let's go, boys. Let's go. I did pretty good when I was in them. True. Yo, that was so good, dude. Yeah, I've been doing some.